Okay. Is my audio on? Okay. I believe everybody can hear me. Good evening, and I'm happy to be here. It's been a while. Let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. So I believe that it's late already, and some people will want to be sleeping. So let's just quickly go around it. I've been busy with that session, but I'm still gonna do it. So it's here tomorrow. By the grace of God, we're still gonna do it tomorrow, and then we're going to do it for the rest of this week. If there's a good turn up by you people, should you guys keep joining and keep joining? I can see people are turning up. Then upper week we can continue doing backtesting session, top down analysis, directional bias every night like this. This is what I do. Like mostly, I just started it and I do it like consistently every day. So I decided to bring it to you guys for if you are interested. It's free for everybody to join. So now evening, Mr. Musa. How are you? And everybody joining, please kindly drop your name, your location. Let's just acknowledge ourselves. Let's get started right away. So now, okay. Mm, firstly, where should I start from? I have BTC right here. Should I start from looking? BTC is actually my first pair right here. Okay, like you guys know, I posted it today. I quickly took a scalp from this little sale that happened here on BTC, but I know that the overall sale I'm expecting on BTC is still gonna happen, but it's gonna happen after this high and taking which happens to be my investment. Okay. So but market can still sell from here because there's still a reason for market to push down. But of course, let's start afresh. Let me delete every drawing I had there and let's start afresh. So I'm going to be starting this night class with overall bias, top-down analysis, directional bias, or whatever. So I'm starting from weekly time frame. Okay, if you have a question, you can just hold on to your question while I stop. When I finish the analysis, you can now ask your question. So now, obviously, where is the market coming from and where is it going? Okay, the first question we need to ask ourselves is where is this market coming from? Okay, this market is coming from this move that you are seeing right here. Where is it coming from? It's coming from this guy right here. Like market came to tap into this breaker block. If you go to lower time frame, you will see that market came to tap into this breaker block. So after market is going on an uptrend, remember the characteristic of an uptrend is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So after market made this higher high, it gave us this higher low, tap into this breaker and give us another higher high. Okay, uh, let me put this here. Okay, now we have this higher high. So I'm just going to make this brief. Now this is weekly time frame. So now market is coming again to do what? Now, watch one thing. One thing I've discovered is that anytime market does this, anytime market took out one high and it didn't go far before retracing, they usually come for an extreme POI. So now, BTC right now, I'm bearish on BTC. Why? Because it's either BTC start its sales from this guy, which will still go to daily time frame for more confirmation. This is still going to continue to be selling unless it get here or easy continue to sell unless it gets here. So, but I'm more of here. Anything that make UCT take out this low, uh, well, for now, let's still deal with what we have. So now let's go to daily time frame. Now on daily time frame, what do we have? Is everything is still simple concept, okay? So where is the market coming from? Where is it going? Market take out this high in the past. They took out this high, and after taking out that high, what did market came to do? It gave us an investment, give us this investment. You can actually market investment because all of them are valid. I mark this investment so as a valid one, and the market came to use this. The same thing, just like the way I explained this one. So market came to use this breaker, and the market has created another high. So for me, BTC is temporarily bearish, but after market taking out this low, um, For me, market's supposed to actually buy from here, but the way the market is doing right now, it's not doing as if this POI is not ready to hold right here. It's not looking like it wants to hold. The only reason why we make this market wants to hold is when we go to 4 hours time frame and we see the vehicle construction to the upside or market structure shift to the upside. Like, but that is not happening. The way this market is moving right now is giving a bearish vibe, So one thing I will be waiting for is that market should come below this guy. Is either here, any POI. The thing is that any POI here can work. But for me, to be precise, I will just wait for the POI that the market wants to use and I'll just capitalize on it. But I know that the vibe that this market is still giving right now is not visible that the market wants to give us a, a buy any moment from now. So I'll wait for this low to be taken. I'll wait for this low to be taken after market broke this guy. I'll wait for this low to be taken, then market can use this guy based on weekly time frame. Then you can go to 4 hours time frame and 15 minute time frame to get our analysis. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still very, very bearish on the BTC. You can see what BTC is doing, creating this trend line. If I keep going up like this, and before you know it, market will just break to the downside. So we're giving you a vibe of bullish, but the bullish should be very, very slow. By the time it's going to break out to be very, very aggressive. So right now, BTC for me, I'm still waiting for the market to tap into. Now, which area I'm not looking for the market to sell right now? Based on 4 hours time frame, yeah, I'm anticipating this sell to happen. Market total this low. After market total this low, we have this investment. I have this. This is a 4 hour order block right here. So let's go to the video time frame. Let's go to 3 hours. I have an investment here, and this guy can be adjusted. Let's go to 12 hours. We keep refining till we get what we want. Have this. Okay. This guy now is looking like my inducement. Okay. And I also have another inducement. So I can pick any of these, or both of them are valid inducement. Because market need to take both of them out. Okay, so going to 1 hour. Okay. My inducement is still valid, and this is my POI. My POI is still right here. Okay. On 45 minutes, on 30 minutes, you will see have the same thing. Yes, you see have the same thing. The inducement is looking like they are stuck this guy. So let me go to 15 minutes right here. Okay. So on 15 minutes time frame, the thing is that I will not touch this thing. I'll just wait for market to tap here on 15 minutes or 5 minutes. I'll get my confirmation and I'll start the sell. But right now, all I know is that market will come and play all this liquidity right here. So I'm typically bearish, and where I'm going to be targeting is going to be this low first or more lower. So that's that on BTC. Do you have any question? Any question on BTC? For now, basically, I am bearish on BTC. If BTC should take out this high that I draw here, I'll be waiting for 5 minute confirmation right here. Because I might not wait for the confirmation, but because of this, my POI is very, very large. I wouldn't want to use a large POI like this and say, okay, this is where my stop loss will be, and I'm targeting here. That is actually giving me like less than 1 to 3. But if I have my PO, if I have my confirmation, I can actually get this straight to the 1 to 5 or 1 to 7. I can actually get that if I have my confirmation. So that's why for now I'm not going to be placing any trade on this. Do you have any question before we move on to another pair? Okay, acknowledging people that are here, Mr. Musa, I greet you. Mr. Ismail, I greet you from the street. Arthur Cruz, my brother, I greet you from Jos. If you are Fidelis, I greet you. Favor from Uyo, I greet you guys. And I greet other people that have not actually dropped their name on vacation, but I appreciate everybody that joined. Well, so this is a good start. And this time, if you guys are joining me, I'm going to respect you a whole lot. I respect you guys that are joining this start a whole lot. So for me, BTC, I'm expecting sell this week if market give me what I want. If there's no question, let's quickly move on to the next one. Okay. Moving on, what do we have on gold? Okay, I already have my analysis mark on gold. Obviously, gold is what? Gold is bullish. Gold is bullish. So, for me to do it from the beginning with you guys, let me delete everything that I have here. We're going to start the analysis on gold from what? From uh daily time frame. Now, I'm deleting all my bread. Now, let's start afresh. Where is gold coming from? Where is it going? It's still very, very simple thing. I look out for simple concept always. Okay, market is moving here. After a move up here, it retraces, came to this, tap into this greater block, just like what we have on BTC. There's our inducement in this regard. We have this guy has got inducement right here. This move back is our investment and go tap into here. And guess what? Since Build has tapped into this guy, where is the overall target for Build? This is the overall target for Build. Build needs to come and take out this. So, and Build is yet to take out this. So, right now, with the information we have right now, all we'll be looking out for is how to actually join the buy continuation to target this high. Now, let's now see how we can be part of it. Now, where is on 4 hours time frame, where is gold coming from? Gold is actually coming from this breaker block right here. Obviously, you see that gold is reacting from this breaker block. It's reacting from this breaker block right here. Okay, so this breaker block, where is the first target for this breaker block is this high line. Okay, first TP taken. This is the second TP, and where is the third TP? Third TP has also been taken now. The overall TP is where the market is going for. So now, where is the second TP? This guy to have been taken. So all we just need to do right now is look for how we can get this page, how we can get this page for the back. Okay, then we might be able to be very accurate, very accurate. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we do this there? There's an opportunity. Now, we cannot predict what how good is going to do its movement. We can continue just flying up to reach target achieve. It might decide to do a retracement. If you do a retracement, we're going to get an entry. So this is 4 hours time frame. When this guy broke out, we have an inducement. Hmm, okay. Looking at this guy, oh, let me go to daily time frame. Looking at this guy on daily time frame, he broke this eye out. He gave us a pullback, which is this inducement right here. We have this inducement on daily time frame. Now, for me, this is a PUI on higher time frame PUI. Why? This is an indecision angle, but we mark the body of that indecision. We don't need to mark the week, we mark the indecision. So of course, if price comes here, we're not just going to set a global order here, we're going to actually wait for confirmation. So for me, okay, this is what it looks like on 4 hours time frame. So here is the closest period of hours and frame this guy right here. So I cannot deal like this guy. This breaker block right here. I cannot deal like this breaker block while I delay this. That's me just refining that entry. Um okay. if I extend this guy here, of course, the reason why I'm doing this like that is because this is going in line with the overall time frame. When you go back to daily time frame, you see that it's in line with this our POI right here. So I just want to make sure we have a precise POI that we are going to actually we can actually take it. If you have a precise POI, you don't need to use confirmation if the stop loss is going to be small. But if the stop loss is large, you have to use confirmation probably based on 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So I'll stop it from here. Why? Because this POI is reasonable. One price get here, I'm not just going to take buy from here. I'm going to wait for lower time frame confirmation to take a buy from this level. But what if price is not ready to come here? Is there any opportunity again? Let's look reasonably. Market took out this high and it took out this high. These two are with this similar candle on 3 hours and three. Uh, let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to work with the 3 hours and we have our engagement right here. Have our engagement right here. So now there's the nearest POI. Of course, I'll be picking this guy because I go to lower time frame and I get otherwise. I'll be picking this guy as my POI. We're going to 2 hours time frame. Let's see what our POI look like. We can refine it. We go to 1 hour time frame. Okay. The other block is still very much valid on 1 hour time frame. Let's go with 30 minutes time frame. Okay, on 30 minutes time frame, where is the other block time frame? The other block is here. Okay, so on 15 minutes time frame, not going past 15 minutes, just to confirm if that other block is very valid, and if it has not been executed. Okay, I think the other block is valid. So the other block is valid. So now, this way I'll not be anticipating to actually catch my buy if this guy comes there for me. But this one is going to be a temporal buy unless market pressure to do otherwise. This is going to be a temporal buy because we still have a bigger analysis below here right now. So let me put this here. Let me put this here. This is my engagement right here. So when market comes here right now, I'll be looking out for here. So I might decide to take this as a risky entry for risk lower time frame confirmation, but this is another entry confirmation. This is another entry right here. Very valid entry also when price comes here. So all these places you can actually take advantage of them. So these are my valid POIs. All these POIs are valid, but when market get there, I will now see the way the market is approaching there, either using the lower time frame confirmation or I'm just going to execute my trade directly. So I think right now this is all I have on gold. When gold comes there, I'm going to make my decision. For now, gold is not there. So in the morning when I check gold, if I see it come there, I can take advantage of that. So that's that about that. Regina Adeka Ego said, please, how do I calculate BTC pips? Okay, for me, I calculating BTC pips. I don't usually calculate it. Let's go back to BTC. I don't usually calculate it because it's not like a forex pair. It's easy for me to calculate forex pair pips than BTC. Now let's say I want to set my analysis like okay, let's say this is my entry right here. My stop loss is going to be this place. If I'm going to take a limit order and my TP is going to be here. So how much am I risking? Now look at it. BTC is showing me normally if it is let's say okay, I think I have a setup for GBP and ZB. This guy right here, look at it. This guy is showing me 38 pips in stop loss. 38 pips, and I want to use that 38 pips to cash how many pips? To cash 305 pips. So now look at it. 38 pips, it's easy to say right there. It's me risking 38 pips to cash how many 300 pips. Now, but on BTC, will I say I'm risking 75,656? It's just much, or 756 pips. I can say 756 pips. You can see it here. When you click on this guy, it's going to hold 756 pips to cash how many pips? To cash 2,100. So the number is just too much on BTC because it's a very, very volatile thing. So for me, I just want to stick to risk to reward. Whatever the market gave me, I just know that this is what I'm risking. And risk to reward ratio will give me 2.2. Okay, I'm risking 2 point something. But if I have a confirmation entry, I'm going to get my stop loss to be more tightened, and which is going to give me more risk to reward, which is me risking 1 to 6.42 risk to reward ratio. Okay, me risking $1 to make $6, or risking $100 to make $600. That is what this thing is actually saying. But the pips exactly is always a large number, and I don't usually count it. So I think that is that about that. That's answering your question. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's see if USDJPY is on my watch list. I think USDJPY is on my watch list. Okay, but before we go to USDJPY, let's look out for GBP odds. I'm going to actually run through all my watch list. Then, if you still have time, you can now go for any pair that you guys suggest. Okay, now what do you have on GBP? Very, very straightforward. Let me just go to daily time frame and play my chart. Okay, okay. Let me also delete this. So you will see probably I'm going to see arrive at the same analysis. Now, going to daily time frame, you ask yourself where is this price coming from and where is it going? Obviously, this price is going on uptrend. But at the same time, this guy is coming from somewhere that we need to investigate. Where is it coming from? It's coming from an order block right here. How do we know? Let's just draw it back like this. So there's an order block right here. You can see it obviously. There's an order block right here that this guy is reacting from. And when price is reacting from a higher time frame period, this is just even a law regarding any POI. If market is reacting from a particular POI, is either that market take out the immediate low or extensive low. If it is direct, okay, let me put it this way. If the POI is in which English can I use in this moment? Okay, if the POI is the same, bias with the overall trend of the um the price, that POI is going to hold for long. But if the POI is against the overall directional bias of the market, the market will only react a little and then the market will continue on the direction. And how do we know this? We can see it so many times, or I think the best example is on UBPNGD. But if you see the market, if the market is selling at a particular point, it will sell for long before the buy move. Look at this. Probably this market taps into a POI right here. Maybe when we go to lower that we will see all the market will do is sell up to this place to tap into a POI that's going in the same direction with the overall bias. But you can see that that one went far, but this one just went a little bit and then it stopped moving. So let me delete this. So this guy that taps here is going to actually take out one single low. So where is the low that is most likely to take out? This guy right here, and which also serve as like a liquidity. So once this low is being taken out, there's high chances the market will come to this greater block right here, and then the buy will continue from this guy. So, but market is here to get here. So this guy is still reacting from here, doing all of this. So now, because this guy has not reached his own overall target, which is what we are anticipating here, so we are still expecting the market to do what, to keep selling. Now, this sell started from here, while the investment is here. You have this investment right here, and then this sell has begun like this. And this sell will come and take out, this is the first TP for this sell, this is the first TP for this sell, and this is another TP. So you as a trader now, the market has started and it's on higher time frame. So how do we now go to lower time frame to see how we can continue this sell till we are going to also benefit from this sell, then later we can now continue the buy. Now let's go to 4 hours time frame. Let's see how we can actually take part in that sell. So when this sell started from here, we have this. We have what we call market broke this first structure, um, which is our what do I call it now? Our market structure sheet or break of structure to the direction we want it to go, which is fine. We have investments. A market has actually, if you go to lower time frame, you don't know if market has actually come to mitigate in this regard or not. Okay, after market take out this low, give us this investment. Market has come to mitigate this breakout block right here. You can see market has come to mitigate this breakout block right here. So it is not very, very obvious that market will still come to this upside. So now let's go to 4 hours time frame. Let's just see things from a clearer perspective. We will now scale to lower time frame to see how we can take advantage. Now, after that, market did what? Market broke this low. And the 4 hours time frame, this low was taken. Okay. After this low was taken, market took out this investment, tapped into this other block right here and started selling. Okay. So right now we have this again. We have this low taken, with this low, market took out this low. So after market took out this low, we have this investment right here. Market increase, give us the first pullback, and then continue selling to the downside. And now we have a period of waiting for the market to come out, continue to sell. If the market pull back to this side, this is going to be our, because if you look at the one that have happened above, the market has actually come to us to mitigate all these value POI. It has come to mitigate the guy. This is the only guy that is yet to experience some mitigation right here. This guy after the break of structure. So now let's now go to 1 hour time frame to see things more clearly. Okay, where's the load that was taken out? This guy. Okay. Also, we have this load that was taken, but of course, it's not one candle that is responsible for it. But on what was it called? Let's go to daily time frame. Let's see on daily time frame. Maybe we can close up all. Okay. So this guy right here is not very, very clear as a setup. Like I don't like this kind of setup. But the only reason why I am waiting for this setup is because this sell, I'm not really interested in this sell per se. I can take it if I get a good confirmation, but I'm not interested in the buy. I'm waiting for the market to just sell down here for me to take it to the upside. Okay. So, but of course, something can happen here. When market get here, I'm not just going to jump in because it's not very clear. I like a setup that is very clear. In fact, I can just put a sell limit there and then forget it. But this one is not very clear. So when price get here, I'll be waiting for a confirmation to actually continue taking it to the downside. So that is that about that. Now USDJPY, what do you have on USDJPY? Okay, before moving on, do you have any question on USDJPY and on GBP and GBP odd? I think it's GBP odd. I just want to remember. Okay. So please explain daily time frame analysis. That's what I'm just doing right now. That's what I'm just doing. The same thing, the same simple concept thing. Like it's either you call it manipulation, break of structure inducement, or you call it violation, break of structure inducement. It's still the same three things that I look out for in my trade. Three things. I've said it times to that number on this live stream that I only look out for three things. When I see that three things, then comes my entry. Whether I look out for manipulation, break of structure and inducement, or I look out for violation, break of structure and inducement. Okay. So now what do we have on the same thing I do on higher time frame, I'll do it to lower time frame. The same thing. What do we have on USDPY? Now USDPY, let's go to higher time frame. Let's get all the chart we have. Let's select everything. Let's start it at fresh. Now I'm on weekly time frame. Obviously, where the market coming from where is you have the first thing you ask yourself when you want to start doing your analysis on your chart. Where is the price coming from? Where is it going? This is uptrend, obviously. But yes, we know it's an uptrend, but where is it coming from? The first question you ask yourself is where is it coming from? Okay, the market started buying from here. The recent move is here. Hmm? But before that, can we do some analysis? That will take much time. So let's just start from where the market is currently. Now, on weekly time frame, market did it took out this low or it mitigate this low? Obviously, it mitigate this low. So that means market is tapping into another block right here, another block right here. Okay, and this is in line with the overall trend. But don't forget when this price the target for USDPY is this overall high right here. Market is not yet close to that gap because market needs to create another high because we are on an uptrend. So market get close to it and push back down and then mitigate this area and now we are expecting it to continue coming back up. Now let's go to daily time frame. We are going to see it more clearly. Okay, for those of you that know, this is what? This is manipulation. This is a break of structure, and this is inducement right here. So market took out this inducement after we have seen the three things manipulation, break of structure, inducement. Market taps into this POI, and then the market has started buying. Okay, so now that the market is buying, we have no where the market is going. It's starting from now. Where is the market going? Market is going to come and take out this high. So now, as the market is going, taking the mission is to come and take out this high. But in the course of it approaching that our overall target, there are a lot of things that is going to happen on the way. Okay, just like when you are traveling, you have a stopover, you eat, you sleep, you rest. Some people, when you are traveling by road, you stop, you go and buy something. You go back to a shore in the direction that you are coming back from. Just something like that. Just trying to relate it to something that you can relate with. Now, market is going to do a lot of things in the process of approaching this our overall TP. Now, this market has been going up. So something pushed this market down from here. What pushed the market down from here? It is this guy right here. It is this guy right here. So now, with this investment right here. Okay. So where now that I said before, a few minutes ago, I just said anytime market taps into a PY that is not in concordance with the overall bias of the market, the target will just be the nearest low or high. Immediately market take that nearest low or high. The next thing is the market will just tap into another PY that align with the overall bias of the market, and that one will now move very far. Okay, now this guy right here, where is the target for this guy? The target for this guy is going to be this low. Simple. Once market took out this low, what do we now need to look out for? The nearest POI that the market can use to continue the buy, which in this case it looks like this guy. When we now go to lower time, we can now refine and see if we can still get another POI before this guy. Now let's now go to 4 hours time frame. Now on 4 hours time frame, this our order block that is so large on daily time frame cannot be refined to this guy. Okay, if you go to 3 hours time frame, that our POI is still very large. If it's this long candle, let's go to 1 hour time frame and see. Okay, on 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see that this is our order block right here. But this order block has turned to breaker block because it has been violated once. So now that this market has been violated, now look at it. It's still simple concept. We have our violation, market violate this order block, and after it violates, it breaks structure to the upside, and we have our inducement, which is this, or we pick this, and we have our PY. It's still simple concept, ladies and gentlemen. It's still the same simple concept, okay? So, but sometimes you see me, I won't be marking my chart like the way I usually mark it when I just started. So now, all I'm waiting for right now all I'm waiting for right now is for market to come to this low for me to continue the buy to the upside. So where is market coming from? You know, you want to ask yourself, all this move, I usually tell my students something, and if you're my student, you're going to testify to this. Market does not just move randomly in the market. If market is selling from one place or is buying aggressively from one place or anything the market is doing at all whatsoever, there's a reason behind it. Why is this market sell like this? Why? What happened? We discover that there's also a POI right here, an which is there's a POI that is supposed to buy this market or market violate it, it becomes a violation, and the market now later come to use it to what? To sell, which this guy is now doing investment. Very simple thing. And where's the target? The target is going to be this low right here. That's the primary TP or first TP. And the overall target is now going to be this my line that I draw here before we now start expecting serious buy. For me, I will never encourage anybody to start looking for buy from USD right now until this low is being taken out. Okay, so now that this market is even selling from here, yes, if it traces back up to come and use, now let's go to, there's a reason why this market is selling from here. This breaker block right here is what is making this guy to be selling from here. So market does not just sell from any random place. There's a reason why the market is selling from there. You can see market is selling from this breaker block. We tap into this breaker block, we tap into the other block, you can see this, and then that is where this sell continue. And this sell that you are looking at right now is still going to continue to take care. But market will always do up and down, but of course it's still going to go to the overall direction. How do you know if market is going in your direction very well or not? You see that the direction that the market is going, the sell candle are longer than the buy candles. Now it took only one, two candle to get here. Now can you count how many candles that this market has printed on the upside, and it has not even engulfed the just two candles. Okay, so that's to let you know that this is a retracement move and this is the major move. You don't catch retracement, okay? As a beginner, you don't catch retracement. Catch the major move. Be patient and wait for your main move. So, but for me, if anybody want to sell BTC, if anybody want to sell USDJPY right now, where's the best place to actually position yourself to sell? I'll say I'll say this guy right here. That's if the market will come there. I'll say this guy right here with this investment. Okay, because this they break this and other block that the market violate, it broke it. Have this investment. If market taps here, then my first target is going to be this low, either this low or this low, anyone is fine. And then if market keep giving me a good vibe, I can continue to hold. But this is going to be my what? This is going to be my entry. This is going to be my entry right here. This is 2 hours time frame. If I go to lower time frame, I can actually get it's like 1 to 4, which is not bad. If I go to 45 minutes time frame right now, my stop loss might not be up to this because I'll now see the inducement and I'll now see the POI more clearly, and I can have a more precise entry like this, and with my stop loss like this. Okay, so and I can actually target something like this, which is still like 1 to 4 something. Okay, so this is what I'll be waiting for on USD Pro, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I don't like this, I'll just delete it. When the price get there, I'll make my decision. So that is that on USD JPY, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions so far before we move on to another pair? Any question? Oh, maybe you are using your phone to watch. Favor say I can't really see your screen, sir. So tiny. Is that USDJPY? Yes, USDJPY, but if it's so tiny, of course, my laptop is what I'm using. It's probably are you using your phone? If you're using your phone, maybe that's why it's very, very tiny. So I will suggest you use your own laptop to join so that you can see it as much as I am seeing it, okay? Hmm. Uh, Cash flow, good job, sir. Samson from Ghana. Oh, how you doing? It is saying, my brother. Define Fidelity, welcome, chairman. I have the same analysis on your digital. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, my guy. Okay. So now, moving on to the next pair we have on my watch list. I have a few pairs on my watch list, so I'm going to run out of everything very soon. Now we have CHFJPY. Ladies and gentlemen, CHFJPY, I'm going to delete everything out of my watch list and I'm going to do the analysis for you guys again. And you see that we are still going to get the same thing. And if you're not going to get the same thing, of course, we're just going to learn. Of course, because sometimes when you do analysis all over and all over again, you start to get some more fresh perspective. Oh, I didn't see this when I do the analysis before. So, as a trader, you must not be lazy. You must be very, very. How do I put it? This thing I've struggled with it in the past too. So when you are analyzing, when you don't be lazy to analyze, in fact, be eager to do your analysis all over and all over again. If you are doing your analysis all over and all over again and you are still getting the same thing, just know that you're right. But if you are doing your analysis all over and you're getting different things, just know that you need to keep doing it. You need to keep doing it. And when you keep doing this thing all over and all over and all over again, before you realize it will become part of you. Sometimes you don't even need to do any marking on your chart before you see everything that you need to look at from the chart and then make a decision from that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, what do we have on CHLJPY? Okay, obviously, where is this market going? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Obviously, this market is going on the uptrend. Okay, let's go to weekly time frame for things to be more clearly. So this guy is going on an uptrend. Now, you agree with me that this guy took out this high. Okay, so after taking out that high, this is weekly time frame, remember. So we have this inducement. This is the pullback. This is the first pullback we have right here. We don't have to go far. We are okay here. This is the first pullback we have here right here. Okay. So now where is our other block? Now when we are getting our analysis direct from higher time frame, we can go lower time frame to refine it lower. So, but of course, just for us to know that okay, we are analyzing in the direction of the higher time frame. If you're analyzing the direction of the higher time frame, it is very, very rare for you to watch, for you to fail. Very, very rare for you to fail. That is our analysis on what on daily time frame. That's daily time frame order block. So now, um, how many of you guys know what we call flag pattern? Oh, this is not. Let me see if I can show my. If I can show you guys a flag pattern. Yeah, Forex. Okay, let me see if I can show you my browser, um, my Chrome browser. I'm coming, guys. My Chrome browser. Okay, I hope you guys are seeing my screen right now. So very very straightforward. See flag pattern. You can see market is going on an uptrend. Where is what I'm looking at for? Anytime market is going on an uptrend like this, with this flag pattern, be expecting a massive drop to the downside. It is like that is how to like this is the exact thing that the CHF people are doing right now. It's going on an uptrend in a pattern like this. Expect it to drop any moment. It's just going to be looking for wanting to trigger it. Let's look at real life chart. Okay, let's make this very bold. How do we make it very bold? Okay, good. You can see the way the market, this market is on a downtrend. But look at this uptrend, the way it is cumulating, cumulating. By the time it's going to drop like this, boom, will cumulate, cumulate. The dropping will be more faster than the going up. The going up will just cumulate, cumulate. It will take a lot of time. It's going to make a lot of people to lose their money. And before you know it, it's still going to what? This is another example. This is another example right now. You can see the way the market is going up. But by the time it breaks like this, it's going to go aggressively to the downside. Let's go for another example. Let's go for another. Okay, I think I like this. It's not just very. Uh, there should be a way I should be able to expand this guy now. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so you guys can see the way this guy is on a downtrend. But you can see the cumulative of this retracement. But by the time it's going to drop, aggressive drop. You can see this aggressive drop. So it's the same thing that is happening on CHF JPY at the moment. Let's now switch back to our trading view. Let's switch back to our trading view. Let me know if you guys are seeing my screen. Trading view. Okay. I believe you guys are seeing my screen right now. Okay. Moving on. So you guys will agree with me that this guy is doing the same thing. This guy is doing the same thing. So I'm giving you guys the expo right now. He's doing the same thing. It's a matter of time that this guy gets to one thing and then we're going to see a massive drop to the downside. And this is where the drop is going to come and then before we now see the continuation that we're expecting to the upside. Okay. So now let's go to 4 hours time frame. Which I'm waiting for. And wait for you to come and take out this guy and then give us. Of course, you can also because it's a daily time frame, so you can also wait for this guy. So anyone the market will do is going to give us a confirmation. Because you're not just going to take that trade from there, you're going to wait for confirmation. So, but where is this market slightly going to start the main sell that will now trigger this buy? So the first period that it closed right now, I can see that the market is going to be creating all this to form to accumulate liquidity, which I'm anticipating that when this price gets here, then we should be expecting that massive sell. So when this guy gets here, we should be expecting a massive sell. So the same thing, but I'm anticipating for this guy. I'm anticipating for this guy. So let me just set my alert. Let me set my back to right here. Once this guy is taking, this is what is going to serve as our inducement for this trade. And then immediately that inducement is taken, we should be expecting the market to tap here, and then I'm going to wait for lower time frame confirmation to what to sell it aggressively back to the sales to this level, and then look for confirmation to continue to the upside. I think that is all I have on CHF Bitcoin. Any question, ladies and gentlemen? Any question? Any question? Okay. If there's no question, let's move to I think one more pair on my watch list. Okay, after this pair, I don't think I have any other pair again. So you guys can now come up with your own suggestions so that we can just end this live stream right here. So now let me now delete this all the analysis I did here. Let's start afresh. So let's go back to weekly time frame. What's the first question I say we should ask ourselves? First question we should ask ourselves is where is the market coming from? Where is it going? This market is clearly on an uptrend. But there is a sharp sell that happened here. Let's investigate what causes this sharp sell. What causes this sharp sell? Let's drag this guy back and see if there's a reason for a sell. So that we will know what we are dealing with. There's another block right here on the weekly time frame that this guy tap into, and that is what is making the guy to sell. So remember what I said about PY that is not in line with the overall trend. What would the market do? It will just take out the nearest low and then continue the direction. That's happened before. I've done this analysis for some of my students before, so it's still in my head. You want to ask yourself, why is this? Why is this? Well, there's a particular cell, this guy. Yes. You ask yourself, why is this guy sell from here? You can continue to do this. You can see if you go to lower time frame, you will see the other block that this guy came to tap into using this guy as an inducement. And immediately this guy taps here. Let's go to daily time frame, sorry. So immediately this guy taps here, you can see the market started selling aggressively to the downside. If I'm to catch this sell, where is going to be my TP? My TP is going to be here. And you will see that immediately after the market took out this guy, he only did this and then come and tap into a breaker block right here and then continue the up movement. Because the overall direction is fine. This is the same thing we are looking at for on GBP gateway on CHF gateway. We are expecting them to sell to the downside to continue the overall bullish move. Now, on this occasion, as this guy taking out the immediate low, he just starts taking it out. This is the guy that's responsible for it. Has taken this guy out and it has started into a an, a breaker block right here. Using this guy as an inducement, now we are now certain that this movement is now going to continue going up. So where is the recent buy the market started from? It was here. The market started from here. It started from here. Using this guy as our inducement. Okay. So the first TP is here. But the reason why it didn't reverse after taking out this first TP is because the market is on in the same line, aligning with the overall direction of the market. Okay, so that is why you can see that the market at this point, after taking out this side, it didn't reverse. Instead of it to reverse, it continued going up. And then one thing I said, because of this live session, I said that when you see an impulse move, you know that this is the direction of the market. When you see the market taking a long time before it can come down, that is a correction. So this guy moved aggressively to the upside here, and then when it's now coming back down, you can count how many candles that this market has to print for you to cover up for one candle. So that shows that this is a correction and this market is still going to buy. So now, how do we now join the buy that is happening right now? Okay, market took out this high. Market took out this high. Remember, this is daily time frame. After market took out this high, let's carefully do our analysis. Okay. After market took out this high, hmm, then we did our investment is very far at this point. So the investment we're going to use is the engineered liquidity that the market will be doing, which is this guy, and which also gave us a reason for this POI. But I don't think this POI will hold. Why? Because you can see the market has come down. That explains the reason why I took the first loss on this trade. So I now later realized that okay, there is still reason for this guy because when this guy started from here, this is the investment. So this is the POI. Let's ask ourselves, is there any reason why this market started buying from here? Yes. We came to use this POI right here. Came to use this POI right here. And this is why this market started buying from here. So now after this buy has happened, let's ask ourselves, this guy, the total this, and coming. Let's go to 3 hours time frame to see if we can see things more clearly. Okay, where is the guy that took out this I? So this guy, we have this inducement. So now it is two things. Because we now have this guy, no, this is what I want to use. Because we now have this guy that took out this I, so this is our market structure sheet, and then we have this guy as our inducement, which we are fair of us targeting as our PY because we didn't see this. So now we now have this guy right here, this other block right here. Is now going to be our PY. And market has tapped into it. You can see market has tapped into it. So now market has tapped into our PY. The next thing for us now is now to wait for confirmation to continue to be able to continue this buy. Now, the same thing I was showing you guys right now. You can see the way the market, you can see the way it is doing. The moment you see market doing something like this, it's going to break out. It was doing like this to tap into this PY, and immediately it did that. See the move. So, ladies and gentlemen, this guy has actually the movement has started, and where is the likely place that this market is going to come into? Because now we now have this guy as our inducement right here. We have this guy as our inducement, and we have this guy. I'll pick my I'll pick the whole of this candle if I want. I can pick it like this. Here's my AirPods. My okay, let me just switch to my natural voice. I think my Bluetooth is low. I've been on the session since like over 2 hours. Let me change my mic right now. Let me see if you guys can hear me. I'm coming. Uh, okay, hello. Am I still very audible? Okay, I can see that my mic is moving very well, so I believe you guys can still hear me. So moving on, guys. So you can see the way this market did this and tap here. So immediately it tap here. This is our POI. I can either use this or I use this extreme one right here. I use this extreme one. I'm going to have a more tighter stop loss, but I don't mind to. It's not a more tighter stop loss that matter to me, other than to make sure that I cash up on the trade. Because now this is the other block. Just imagine the way this guy tap here and he move. So what if this guy is just going to do a little tap and start going on our direction? So therefore, this is where I'm going to be waiting for my buy on BBP NZD, and my stop loss is just going to be a little bit below this guy. And guess where I'm going to be targeting? I'm going to be targeting my first TP is going to be this high, but my overall TP is going to be this high right here. So I'm just going to demarcate it like this. So
You guys can see it. If you see that I make a crazy profit from this trade during the week, just know that this is what I've been waiting for to cash on GBP NZD. Okay. Do you have any question? Do you have any question on GBP NZD? Any question? Any question? Any question so far? If you know you have not smashed the like button, can kindly do that right now. It's absolutely free. Nobody's going to charge you for smashing like button. Just press the like button. Okay? Just smash the like button. Let's encourage the YouTube algorithm to keep showing our content to other people out there. Now, do you guys get my concept on GBP right now? So that's what I'm waiting for to happen on GBP. As a matter of fact, I believe that I have already I've already gotten my what's it called? My pending order on this trade. Okay, gotten my pending order on this trade. So let me just you can see the way the market is moving. The market will not really move very far because it still need to come and grab a liquidity, which is what we tap here. After taking out this low, let me delete this guy. After taking out this low right now, and it taps into this other block. As a matter of fact, you can see that this other block on 2 hours time frame is showing this. Let's go to one hour time frame. It's not obvious. 45 minutes. So I'll still let my entry be here. And if I see otherwise, I'll quickly adjust. But for now, I'm still sticking to this 30 minutes order block right here. Okay, I'm sticking to this 30-minute order block. Any question? If you don't have any question, if you have a pair you want me to quickly look into for you, kindly let me know right now. You can suggest your pair that you want me to look into for you. Even if it is synthetics, suggest a synthetics pair. If you want me to look at it for you, I'll quickly look at it for you, and then we can just end this live session exactly by 1 a.m. This is 12:32 right now, so let's say we have like 28 minutes to go. That is if you guys are going to say as you analyze a pair for you or you have a question. But if you don't have anything to do, you can just go and sleep right now. Okay, somebody say Musa say I should look at volatility 75. Okay, I'm going to need to switch my let me change my screen to oh, okay. I believe you guys are seeing my screen right now. So now volatility 75. Let's look at it together. 75, V75. Now there's V75 first, there's V75. I don't know which one you're actually talking about. This is V75, this is daily time frame. Okay, so the first question we ask ourselves is that where is this market coming from and where is it going? So obviously, is the market uptrend or downtrend? With the information they give us, we can see that this market is selling. It's selling and it taps here. Um, taps from selling started from here, and then where is the TP? Oh, TP is going to come and be taking out this low, obviously. So the TP is going to be this low, obviously. The market is approaching it. But before, there's another thing that triggered this move, which is market taking out this liquidity and using this. Okay, so on daily time frame, you can see the inducement that this market take and then how is doing this movement. And now, if this market is not on the overall bias, like overall sell, immediately take out this low, it will be reversing. But instead of it to reverse, it is strongly going down. Okay, so now how do we continue the buy and the sell to the sell side? Let's see if there's any reason for us to actually join the sell to the sales, to continue the sell 4 hours time frame. Okay, which candle is responsible for this break of structure? That's the question we should ask ourselves. Which candle is responsible for that break of structure? Let's go to daily time frame and check. Okay, it was this candle. It was this candle that is responsible. and then we have this inducement. Okay, let's look at 8 hours. Because this candle, and then we have this inducement. So it's still aligning to be the same thing. So this looks like where we want the market to come and take out liquidity to continue to the sell side. Let's look at 4 hours if you still have the same thing or a different thing. This candle, pull back, went down. Yes, this is still very, very valid. Okay. So now let's now look for our POI. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Okay, if this eye is being taken, the nearest POI that we can get ourselves around is going to be this guy right here. Going to be this guy right here. So this is where we are expecting this sell to come back to if this market reverse. Okay, so but of course we can still get a quick sell that might not last so much because market just took out this guy too. Okay, after market took out that guy, we have this inducement. Okay, so after that inducement, let's go to 2 hours time frame. Let's see our nearest POI. Okay, this is the inducement on 2 hours time frame. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, on 1 hour time frame, as the inducement come to tap into this our other block, no. So therefore, our POI is going to be this guy. Okay, let's now go to 15 minutes and see if we can do any refinement. Okay, okay, this is the refinement we can do. And to be on the silver side, where is the position calculation? Um, we should be expecting a sell from this guy, covering this guy just to be on the silver side, and then the target is going to be this right here. That's like 1 to 3. Simple ABC. Is it clear? Any question? Somebody is asking which pair is this, please? That is V75. Okay, the V75. Yes, that's V75 that doesn't have S. Okay, so DXY, that's dollar index. Do you need analysis on dollar index too? Which pair is this, please? Answer this question. Why do you need me to do DXY for you? Actually, people, I don't know if people trade DXY because I don't trade it. I've never traded it before, but some people use it for a confirmation on people use it for a confirmation on what was it called to actually to actually decide if buy or sell on any dollar whatever. But for me, I don't believe in it. Just do your analysis on your time frame, and then once you do the analysis, if you are correct with the analysis, you get it. Where is this guy coming from? It taps here, and this is his mission to turn this way. Okay, so obviously this guy is on a bearish because this is where the move started from. The 4 hour time frame that we have right now, this is where the move started from. The move started from somewhere around here. Okay, took out this inducement and then start, and then this market will not rest until this place taken. So dollar is low, like it's bearish. Dollar is bearish. This guy will still come down here. So for the people that usually use it as a confluence for other trade, gold will continue to buy, GBP buy, Euro USD buy, AUD USD buy, USDPY for now sell. And remember the analysis I did on USDPY, I'm still expecting more sell before they buy. So this guy right here has tapped here right now, like this, and then take out this inducement, and this is the overall target that this guy is going to do. Okay, this is the overall target right here. So immediately it took out this low, then it can continue. Because now it's going on the overall bias of the market. Immediately take out this low, you will see it continue to go until you take out this low too. Okay. So for me, that is that on what's it called? And it has come to actually it has come to this guy, this breaker block right here. You can see it has come to tap this breaker block. So market have no any other reason than to continue going. So if to say there is a broker to sell this guy right here, this is the best time to just sell because the market has tapped into another breaker block and it's just a sell from here down to the floor. So that's that about that on DXY. So let me close this. Please can you give the parameter? Who is saying I should give parameter? I'm not here to actually call a signal for you. Please don't turn it to signal like signal what's it called? I'm just giving you an overall bias where the market is going. So I'm not actually here to actually call buy now, sell now, okay? So you don't use your emotion to enter because even me, when some of this my trade are ready, when some of these my trade are ready, I'm still going to actually reconsider, look at other things, maybe confirmation that I need to use, or I'm just going to take it like that. So all those things is still going to happen. Okay. So it's just about learning. It's not really about come and quickly make profit. Of course, you can do that too, but for me, that's not the goal for me right now. Oh, this sale has started. Wow, that's nice. This is a temporary sale, of course. I know it's going to finish this sale. This is where it started from. So, but because I was stacking and flipping that time, I couldn't hold this sell, and now it has sell. So when it comes here is when I want to be interested in the main sell when it comes to this up here. Okay. So all this sell now, I understand why it is selling. It's just that I'm not in this trade right now. If you are smart enough when I'm doing if the knowledge is in your head already, you just need somebody to actually touchlight some things for you. Immediately I do the analysis if immediately I do those analysis in your presence, you quickly understand. You can go to your chart and see the same thing and then take advantage of it. So I wouldn't want you guys to just be like, hey, what's this essay? What? No, just pick it. Just pick it, okay? Pick it like that. Okay, Ifeanyi Fidelis say thank you, boss. I trade the X1 and I also use it to confidence on dollar pace. Yes, for people that do it, I don't do it, but I know people do it. Please, can you get okay? I've answered this. Then Musa says I'm still asking about NFP. What happened to NFP? I don't understand. Is there any question? Okay, sir, do you still trade NFP news? Okay, okay, I'm just saying this right now. No, I don't trade news for anymore. Let me put it that way. I don't trade news anymore. My own is that in as much as my analysis is correct, the news is going to favor it. If my analysis is not correct, the news is not going to favor it. Look at the USD JPY right here. All the major moves on USD JPY, all these major moves on USD JPY are being triggered by news. Let's look at it. And if you see, it is being triggered by news, but it aligns with the same analysis we are doing. Okay, look at it. Our POR right here. Let me go to 1 hour time frame to see this thing clearly. The POI we have right here, and this is our inducement. Market tap there, the news comes in. You can see it go in line with the news. I believe this is also a news. Okay, so in as much as markets give you, in as much as your analysis is correct, if this is going to happen, it's just going to favor that direction. Okay, so the same thing as this guy right here, this another breaker block that this market came to use. You can see when the news happened. I think this is a news. This is a news that this long candle was able to actually pull it down like this. So if your analysis is correct, news is going to help it. So I even the Abi Forest that usually trade news, I've not attended his news before, but I'm very very sure that guy is very very knowledgeable. He usually trade his news based on technical analysis, not as if there's anything there. Okay, if your analysis is correct, the news is just going to favor it. Trust me, that's how it works. Okay, you're not seeing the chart. Oh, sorry, I'm still showing the what's it called? Okay. I believe you are seeing it right now. So this is what I'm saying. If you see this guy right here, it's still the same thing. This is our violation, this is our inducement, and this is our entry, our POI entry, and the market came there and news came in after that and it favored the direction because our analysis is correct. The same thing here. This guy right here, market came to use this breaker block right here, came to use this breaker block right here because the direction is correct. When the market came to use this breaker block, you see the sell that print. I'm pretty sure this guys maybe it's in news. So anytime you see that markets react, you see that the market usually react based on this. Look at this one. Look at this one too. This massive sell, you can see is still aligned with what? With the strategy. So if your analysis is correct, news is going to favor it. That's just what I see about it. If your analysis is correct, news is going to favor it. If it's not correct, that's when news will just mess you up. Okay, I think that's that. You can see my chat now. I'm sure my chat is now showing now. Okay, you still have any question? If you have not smashed the like button, do that right now. So okay, so any other question, ladies and gentlemen? Any other question? Any other question? Do you have any chats you want me to look into? We still have like 13 minutes or 12 minutes to leave here. Don't have any chat, we can call it a day because I expect everybody to be sleeping by now. If you are not serious, I'm not expecting to be serious. Shows that any of you that are in this life with me right now, you are actually serious with your trading. You just need to keep pushing, and then by the grace of God, you are going to also achieve your goals and your target by God's grace. Okay. Okay, so any other question, any other analysis you might want me to look out for? If to say we start our session early, I might do a back testing session with you guys. So and that back testing session is going to actually open your eyes very well. It's going to actually make you see like, oh wow, oh wow, so this thing is this simple. So it's going to actually be like, okay, when market is like this, this is way to approach it, and like this and like this and like this. So but the backtesting session, let's look out for tomorrow by God's grace. Tomorrow 10 p.m. Tomorrow 10 p.m. by God's grace. So I'm still going to be doing this. If you guys are actually turning up, like we keep having minimum of 10 people this and every night like this, I'm going to keep doing this. If I have minimum of 10 people every night, I'm going to continue doing this next week. But if we don't have up to 10 people consistently, by next week, this week I'm going to do it all through. I've promised and I'm going to keep to my word. Just that by next week, if you're not up to 10, I'm just going to switch back to my Zoom and I'll do it with few of my students that are ready for it. Okay. So I be small boy, you no call me daddy, I beg. So that's that about that, guys. Since there's no more question, you guys can just let me just see bye byes in the chat box. Let me see bye byes in the chat box. If you take a value from this, let me also see value. I pick value. If you pick value from this live session, let me see you guys say I pick value. Okay, let's just end it like that. Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Universal Vision. So tomorrow by God's grace, 10 p.m. Hopefully I don't think I have any session booked for tomorrow. I don't think I have any session booked for tomorrow. So we should start early by 10 p.m. tomorrow. So for like 10 to 11, If you have more things to do, you can extend, but at least 1 hour, minimum of 1 hour. You can do more if you have the time, but if you don't have the time, of course, you can just do 1 hour. But sometimes, if I'm doing this thing, sometimes I do this my night class to sometimes one a.m. I do it to 2 a.m. Sometimes 3 a.m. Sometimes I'll do it at 3 a.m. and I'll not be able to sleep again. I'll just wait for my analysis. If I have an analysis, I'll just do it and then I'll pray as a Muslim. We pray every morning. After I pray in the morning, I'll now go and sleep and I'll wake up. So by the time I'll wake up, a lot of people have go to work. Be like, oh, you're just waking up by this time. They don't know the time you're asleep. Oh. So that's that about that, guys. Thank you so much for your time. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye from here, guys. Bye bye.